Hey, dipshit, hit the like button and subscribe.
Oh my god, dude, Oh my
Dude,
god.
you're not ready. You're
I'm
not
not.
ready.
No, dude, I'm not ready.
Ah!
Oh my god, James, you don't understand. Dan and I are huge fanatics of Call of Duty, so this entire time we've just been like shitting ourselves.
That's pretty fucking messy, huh?
Yeah, no, it's great to have you on, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for being here.
thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, man,
You
it's
got Sergeant's Corner t-shirt on.
of course I do, man.
Dude!
Of course I do. I gotta represent.
Wow.
It's such an honor to have you on. I was like, dude, because I ordered the hoodie. I got the hoodie like a week and a half ago. I ordered it in, and it said it was gonna be here late December, and I just got it yesterday, and I was like, that's honestly perfect. So
Is it good? That's the new one. Is that good quality?
oh yeah, I like it because it's like it's thinner. Like it's a good hoodie because it's not crazy thick, but it's just thin enough where I can like wear it if it's like
Yeah.
just chilly. I love it. It's amazing, man.
I'm happy.
Yeah, man.
I'm
So
so happy.
yeah, thank you so much for it. So how have things been with you? I feel like we've been on the phone for. I feel like we've been doing so many phone calls. It's nice to finally talk in person. How have things been with you?
Um, I'm good. I just get frustrated with my technology because, I have a lot. I'm busy as fuck.
Yeah.
And when my technology goes down, I got to stop everything I'm doing,
Mhm.
fix it, and that means I'm way behind schedule. With my, and I have not pressuring you, but saying, but what happens is like, oh shit, I got you at 12 o'clock, and I'm trying to get my Cameo app fixed. Cameo glitched out and started sending people the wrong videos this morning, so I got, it's a big deal. Somebody has they're expecting.
Yeah.
I was thinking wrong video, so I'm like, fuck. And I got to fix it, and I got to reshoot things. Usually, I'm like a production line, so I'm a little frustrated by that.
Yeah, and you started shooting for a movie. You were telling me you started shooting for something on Thursday, right? So I'd imagine you're a lot more busier now.
Video game.
Oh, okay, wow, great. Okay,
Yeah.
so just to start off the interview, for the people at home that are watching this video and have no idea who Woods is because they live under a rock, give us a little bit, just an introduction of yourself and who you are as a character.
All right, I'm James C. Burns. I play Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops 1, 2, and 4. I actually wrote all the dialogue for Woods in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4.
Wow.
Who is Woods? Well, okay, here's the deal. Woods happened through a series of fortunate coincidences. Yeah, I started off by testing the test. I got a job testing the technology for performance capture. That's 2009. Guys at Treyarch just really liked me. I think Activision wanted a bigger name, but Dave Anthony, the guy who was the head of the studio at the time, he kind of fought for me, and he won. So Woods happened, and then we win the VGA for Character of the Year, Best Character of the Year award. I had no idea what I'd gotten into. I just thought it was just, I thought it was silly until I saw how big the video game universe was. It dwarfs the film industry. Win the VGA, they decided they want to bring me back. We do Black Ops 2. That was a great experience. Then Black Ops 3, Dave left, and I wasn't really part of that whole regime. Then they brought Dave back for Black Ops 4, and he hired me back as Woods and to write the Specialist HQ. So we did that, Black Ops 4, and that was, and then whatever's happening now, I have no idea why the fuck I'm not back, but that's a mystery. And the character himself is, the way I look at Woods, he is your best friend. He is the best coach you've ever had. He is he's all the things we believe ourselves to be. Like, he's loyal, he's strong, he's dependent, he's irreverent towards authority. He does not give a fuck who he talks to.
He does not know.
He loves his teammates. He loves the guys he's in combat with. He will never shame you. If Woods, he'll get in your face. You can fucking do this. You can do this. And that's what you get from him, this sense of confidence in you, confidence in your abilities. And he's behind you. And he's not going to let you fail. He's going to make you face your demons and get through it. And he's got a sense of humor too. And he's irreverent. Like he'll say shit that you don't expect because, he's just, you can't kill him.
Yeah.
Because he will always find an opportunity to be successful. And that's what I love about the character. That's who he is. And those are the best parts of ourselves, I think, we try to represent and try to write for the character, where he's just these really positive, there's all these positive traits, which is why I think he's so beloved as a character as well.
Yeah, that Woods is definitely, he's such an iconic character, That's why when I saw the new Woods in Cold War, how he was portrayed, it was interesting to see because they, unfortunately they did a recast, but it was weird to see how they made the Woods so similar to the Woods that we loved, but they didn't just bring you back. So, when you saw, like, now that the game's been out, what do you think about the new Woods?
Miss Damian Victor Allen is a new actor. Well, here's the thing. Again, I'm never gonna question another actor's decisions, either to take a job or how they do a role, because there's so many things you don't know. That may be who he is. That may be it. They may have asked him, "We need you to imitate what's already there." Nobody knows. I'm trying to get him on my show to talk about it, but I haven't heard back from him yet. And who knows I have no idea what's going on with that. So for me, I don't look at what's not there. I look at what could be there. And when I play the game or I listen to it, I have a different experience because I am listening as Woods.
Yeah.
This character, it's like there's not a big gap between me and Woods. It's really written around my personality and the energy I present as a person. So it really is organic. You hear me talk and move it. Fuck, it's Woods.
Yeah.
That's why it works so well, because it's very organic. So when I hear, and again, I know the universe. I've been in this game for 11 years now. Yeah, I know the writers. I know the community. I know what the community likes. I know what it doesn't like. I know what's worked, what hasn't worked. I know so much backstories. I know there are dozens of scenes we shot that we never used. I've had tens of 20s of 1,000, lines of dialogue I've written that have been rejected or weren't used for one reason or another, or we couldn't use them. So I have all this other backstory and information that comes with my reading. So when I see a circumstance and I see what's there, I say, oh my God, I see so much more there. Like when the scene with the mannequin, right? I mean, that's like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to have a little bit of that snarkiness, but Woods isn't snarky. My Woods would have gone in and seen a mannequin, taken it and ripped its fucking head off. So here, you got a date. It'd be something like forward moving. It would have been like, hey, is this your girlfriend? It'd be more aggressive.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a poly. Don't you dare. It's too fucking long. Woods is on to next, or Woods would just stabbed it in the fucking head. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just cleaning my knife. It's something like that would have been for me. That's what the Woods opportunity would have been.
Yeah.
And a lot of those things were discovered in the moment, and what I'm really grateful for. To Activision, to Treyarch, and Dave Anthony especially, is that they gave me the freedom to explore those things in the moment. Lines like, there's batshit, where are my smokes? That was totally improvised.
Wow.
It came out, yeah. Those things happen when you have good actors in the room working together and the inspiration's there. A lot of that stuff is very organic as a hockey coach, as a hockey player. I've done some shit. So when I see things in the game, we could have done this. You know, or when he's talking to Reagan or he's talking at the table, like, I don't see Woods being, you know, kind of like, he wouldn't send us. He's at there. Come on, Ronnie Reagans. You know they're illegal. You signed the papers. You know, he's irreverent. He wouldn't, you know, be angry about it. He owns the room. You know, he owns every fucking room he walks into. And that's why when he loses his shit, it's so profound, because he doesn't lose his shit. He's always the soldier that's going to get the job done. He's Oliver North. You know, he's calm. He's, you know, but when he gets lit up, he gets fucking lit up. He hovers around 1, and then it takes a lot for him to move from 1, but he goes from 1 to 10 very quickly. But it takes him a long time. And I would just see it, and that's why it makes him more. I would see him being more fun, because he's just like, you sit there in that room with all these guys, and like, you know, you fucking kill any one of them. He wouldn't, and he had no problems taking out a gun and smoking these fuckers right then and there. You know, he has an irreverence about it that I think that's what I would add to all this stuff. He's irreverent, and then there's the he's very short. Like in the scene where the Woods drags that in the beginning, he drags the Iranian over and says, "I guess you should have thought second before you tried to fuck with us." Like, no, you know, he'd come over and just kick him. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be more direct and less talky. The lines, he'd say less, but there'd be deeper intention to it. Even like the word dipshit, it's like it's not used as I wrote it with the original like dipshit is an East Coast thing. You're dipped in shit. Mm-hmm. So it calls someone a dipshit. It's short for you're dipped in shit, pal. You know. Yeah. So when you say that, there's sort of a base to it. You know, hey dipshit, come here. You know, there's certain ways he delivers the word, and it has a lot of layers. So these are things that when I watch the game or play the game, I'm hearing the opportunity missed. You know, not missed, but the thing that I would have done this, or I would have done that.
Yeah, it's more just a creative difference in how you would have approached those specific scenarios.
It's direction. You know, it's whoever directed it or didn't direct it. That's a lot of the difference too. I mean, there's a lot of things going direction. How much freedom did the actor have to improvise? How much input was he coming from? Who he is? You know, there's so many ways. So you can't ever say one is better than the other. You either like one better, you don't. You know, you like this or you like that. It's not better or worse. Mm-hmm. Job is being done. The actor's doing what he's being asked to do.
Yeah,
to the best of his ability. So that's how I feel about it. Would I have done things? Well, my Woods, you know what that is. It would have worked well in this new scenario. I think the old Woods would have been really, really fun.
Yeah.
Because again, when the crisis is high and the irreverence matches it, then you get some really funny shit. Yeah, it's just irreverent. You see that hind, you fucking take it. You're just irreverent. You know, there's no respect. He's not revering. Fucking take that hind.
Yeah.
Confidence there. I like.
Yeah. Woods is definitely the Woods that we all love is more just when he's there, he makes himself known. He's not really one for words. He's more just action. You know, like when you say he just says specific things, it's like he would keep it short and simple, but you know what he's gonna do. He's not one for trying to say big words or trying to be talkative.
Or unexpected, or it'd be something simple and unexpected.
Yeah,
it's something that. Because it's something that is rationally not supposed to be there. That's why it's funny. It's like it's not supposed to be there. It has to be. You're not. You're supposed to be that cavalier. You can't kill me. Like it's not just words. Like he is. When that line came up, I thought about that and I said, if he really was this, he would have gone through a lot of training, and a lot of training is like neuro-linguistic pre-programming. Knowing that you use words to program people to respond, something like hypnotism. And that's what they've been trained in, because they're trained as teachers and manipulators. So he would have, you can't kill, he's programmed inside this guy that you can't kill me. Yeah. That's why when you walk in, you see what Woods does. First thing I did is like, you got the gun, I went at him. And the actor wasn't expecting it, so he had this little glitch. And that all of a sudden set the tone in the room. You're like, yeah, come on. I'm ready for you. So that's forcing the issue. So that's a psychological training. And as a professional hockey coach, and use a lot of these techniques in training, training athletes, and how to get playing, basically psyching out your opponent. There's things that you could do as an athlete as well. So you do things. So I built all those into the character as well. So that's what you're sensing when you think about Woods. He has a lot of these. It's a lot of deliberate behavior that I planned into this. It's not just getting the lines and doing it. I had the luxury of building the character from day one. It's Frank Barnes. I was working on him for 6 months before I ever even went to the first. So I already knew what he was going to do. I already knew what I wanted to do with the character. And I didn't have to learn it. I was walking in with this. I came in at 65 miles an hour.
Yeah. So what made you build Woods the way you did? This just kind of cutthroat dude that doesn't take shit from anyone. What made you make a character like that? Because we see the way Mason is compared to Woods, and they're so close together. But Woods is, I would say, he's pretty opposite of Mason in terms of the way he is. He's a big influence on Mason, but he's way more just action and aggressive.
Woods is the fantasy we have he's like Rambo. He's a fantasy soldier. He's a guy who has, basically, I mean, if in real life Woods, he's a fucking alcoholic. He's got no family. The army is his life. He's happiest when he's out in the jungle covered in mud and blood and killing shit. That's when he's happiest. His psychological profile is not somebody who's ever going to come back to the States and do well. So that's the reality, but it's a fantasy world. And what I always say is I'm getting paid to play army. What is the coolest thing that you can do? If I knew I couldn't die, what kind of balls out behavior would I have? And that's how I'm never going to, it's not that, it's just fucking, it's not real. I'm an actor. So I don't have to worry about getting hurt. So I can be as brazen as I want to be it was just an opportunity for me to be somebody who lived with it's not courage, it's fearlessness, which means the absence of fear. Yeah. What would you do if fear didn't exist? Not courage is the ability to move through fear. Fearlessness means it doesn't fucking exist. Yeah. It's all about, sick. When you're excited about something, you don't think about fear. You say, I love this. You just move. And that's what this character is. Like, he's just moving with the lack of inhibition. He's full of irreverence. He has no inhibition. He's just moving forward with any type of, he doesn't restrain himself. He's unrestrained. That's the word. He's unrestrained. And that's what I want. I want to have a character who had total lack of restraint, none whatsoever. Wow, there's no reason. He moves on impulse, which is something we all want for ourselves. We all have to behave. There's words we can't say. There's things we can't do. Fuck it. He is not for him, man. And that's what I love about him.
Yeah, no. Woods is like a dog without a leash. He's just he takes what he wants and he acts the way he wants to. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about consequences. He just goes for it.
How much fun is that?
Yeah,
no, that's not true. I mean, he cares. He cares that if friends get killed. He doesn't care about it's more about he is so confident that he can not only take care of himself, he can take care of the people around him.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why when Bowman gets killed, that's when we're gonna get these bastards. There's a revenge factor in him. He's got to even the score. That's why I think in Blackout in the Cold War, I saw an opportunity there as well. When in the ending where Woods gets killed, like I just see that when he sees Mason go down, like that's an eruption moment. That's when he loses his shit.
Yeah,
it's not just that, hey Mason, it's like fuck. And that's when he just kind of loses his self-preservation. He comes out of cover with, he'd probably just take his 30 mags, 30 rounds in a mag, just drill it at the guy who shot Mason. And that's how he get killed. because he would just kind of not, not keep cover, not do the things a professional soldier would do because he loses his shit. That's how I would love to see that scene go down, as opposed to just him dying passively,
Yeah.
Seeing him go out in a blaze of fucking rage. And that's,
Yeah, it's definitely, when I saw how the one of the endings could go, I was definitely taken by surprise because it was something
Right.
it wasn't something I expected, and it just felt kind of weird because I felt like there was so much. I felt like Woods wasn't really that involved in the new Cold War as much as he was in the previous like Black Ops, like 1 and 2. But then when I see how much of an impact he still had when he dies, it's crazy. And I want to something I'm interested about is what they're gonna do in the future, because I know it looks like they're gonna tie in Black Ops and the new Modern Warfare's as they start remastering them.
I mean, I am so far, obviously, I am so far out of that loop right now. I don't know what the future holds. I have no idea why we're here. It's like, to me, it's just, I feel like it's just, no disrespect to the guy who's playing Woods now, but I just think it's a lost opportunity. I mean, to tie in this universe with this original character, in a way that people remember him, because it's not this, it's kind of not the same Woods anymore.
No, it's definitely not.
Maybe, but I don't think it's far enough. Like the new Price is very different. Like Barry Sloan, what he did is much different than what Billy Murray did.
Yeah.
They're two different characters. I mean, they're two entirely different characters, and I dig that. But the fact that you can almost think it's me, like there's a couple times I go, fuck, is that one of my old lines? Because he really made a good impersonation of some of the lines. Especially a lot of the battle chatter in cops, take him down. And there's shit you can do that sounds like me. And wow, they really held onto my performance. So why not just fucking have me there?
Yeah.
And again, no disrespect to the guy who's doing it. He did a fine job. He did a couple really good imitations of my performance, but why is that happening? Why would they
Definitely.
why was just tie it all in? Like just tie the original guy. I'm here. They brought back Weaver and other characters, so why not bring the original Woods back?
Yeah.
Again, we may never know.
Yeah.
And I still think that, and who knows where the franchise is going? Who knows? I don't have that. I'm not involved anymore. The people who I knew at Treyarch, people I knew at Activision, they're all gone. They moved on. So maybe that's one of the reasons that I'm not there.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I saw the trailer, I know because when they said it was gonna be like a new type of Call of Duty, the second I saw the trailer, I was trying to listen to the Woods voice that they showed for a couple of seconds, where he's in the helicopter. He's like, "Let's go find this shithead." And when I heard it, I was like, you know what? That does sound like him. But I kept listening to it, and I was like, you know what? I don't think that's him. And then I saw they did a recast, and I don't know. I was so shocked that they tried to capture your performance. Yeah, go ahead.
That's not a Woods word. Shithead. Again, there's a vernacular. The vernacular is used arbitrarily or not specifically. Like the word shithead. That it's like there's got to be some deeper shit to that. That's just not I probably would have, if I had done, I probably would have modified. Let's get this piece of shit. He's more guttural.
Yeah.
Let's go get this shithead. I don't know. Let's go get this guy. This guy. I'm fucking nuts. This guy. This piece of shit. It's more graphic. Shithead is something. It's more soprano. It's alto as opposed to bass, baritone. It's more tenor than it is baritone. It's like let's get this shithead. It's too many vowels. Let's get this piece of shit. It's not as poetic.
Yeah.
So get this piece of shit. There's this vitriol. Again, it's the way the vowels land. It's just a word that doesn't really work in that vernacular, I don't think. But
Yeah, so it just shocked me because like you said, the new price that's not Bill Murray anymore. It's
Very
Barry.
strong.
Yeah, so it's when I saw his performance now for Price, I think he did a very good job because he brought a different version
Well,
of Price.
it's a very modern version of Price
Yeah,
too. Billy Murray's 60, what, mid 60s, so he has an older feel to it. Um, the new Barry and Barry Songs like late 30s. He's younger. The energy's different. The confidence is different.
yeah,
And his whole, he didn't try to mimic Bill Murray's voice. He had his own delivery.
yeah, so,
So that's the whole thing. He wasn't trying to mimic anything because it's the mimicking that throws you off. If this guy just had his own delivery, his own voice, it would have, oh, okay, that's different. And then then you have a different character. But they asked him to recreate this
yeah.
thing here,
What?
which is hard as an actor because now you're trying to modify your voice, while you're trying to do acting. And the thing about me, I didn't have to modify my voice. I fucking talk like this. That's how. So it's easier for me to have multiple levels because I'm not trying to. Well, if I had to spoke like this, I'd have to think about the words and how I say them, as opposed to, you're just not you're one step removed from being connected to what you're saying.
Yeah. So I definitely thought it was shocking when I saw him try to recreate performance. But random, bit of a random question. If Activision asked you to come back for whatever new Black Ops they would want, would you be open to that idea?
Of course, yeah.
Really?
I hold nothing but gratitude towards Activision. I'm not, again, I see this a lot, online and stuff and social media. And I don't harbor ill will. God, they gave me, they gave me a brilliant opportunity to really create a character. And I've been doing it for so I have nothing but gratitude. I appreciate everything they did. So I don't really have any animosity, or I'm just curious. I'm just like, fuck, that's odd. It's like when you really don't, like, you don't understand why. I would have done it. I'm not expensive. I took a pay cut from Black Ops 4. I'm sure the new guy probably got more money than I got because I wasn't getting paid that much anyways. So it's not about money. So for me, it's a curiosity. And for me, I think it's a lost opportunity for everybody involved. But I hold no ill will towards Activision or Treyarch at all. If anything, just the opposite. I'm very grateful.
Yeah. What did you see the petition that was made to bring you back in? What did you think about that?
Like 4 or 5 of those. There's a lot of those
Oh,
out
really?
there. Well, that just tells me that, and this is where I feel bad for the fans. Is like there's, the community has such a connection to the original Woods for the reasons we talked about earlier in the show. And I think there's a lot of people who feel like, it's hard because you're paying, people are paying $60, $70, $80 for a game. And they want to maximize that experience. And part of it is familiarity. Part of it, especially with the campaign, is immersion. You want to get lost in this universe. And to have this thing, okay, this is Woods, and you have this expectation that it's going to be, wait a minute, that's not the Woods I know. So it kind of, so I see why people are upset about it, and it's almost like a head fake, almost like they bought something that wasn't, it's like false advertising a little bit. I mean, I'm not for myself, but a lot of fans I've talked with, say it's like false advertising.
Yeah.
Say Woods isn't in it. You got somebody else. Just name a character somebody else. Well, as you say Woods, it makes it look like Woods. Well, but it's not Woods. It's somebody else. It's a different character basically. So why not name something new? Or if you can give us Woods, give us Woods. And same as, I guess the same for the Mason character as well. It's like, so I don't know. So I think it's more about those petitions are really come out of frustration where they want to get. They want to feel like they're not just, kind of being ripped off or being taken advantage, their money's being taken advantage of. They want to feel like they have some type of say, some type of power, some type of leverage, with this company that really is a massive, it's a juggernaut. I mean, it's a $1 billion company with massive responsibility to stockholders and shareholders. And it's a corporation, and they got to make decisions based on corporate necessity and stockholder necessity. So I think I know a lot of fans feel like they're really just being taken advantage of sometimes, especially with a lot of microtransactions. But it's entertainment. It still is, it still is the best entertainment value yet. I mean, a movie, back when you could go to movies, where you and your buddy will pay, let's see, $15 a piece, go to a movie, then you grab a soda and popcorn, it's $30 a night. Well, Call of Duty, you buy it for $60, you got the rest of your life. You can play it for 20. Yeah. So the amortization of the value just goes out. So it's a great deal, but it's a lot of money up front. It's hard to explain it to your parents. Like, yeah, I need $90 for a video game. You need what? Yeah. There's a lot of that involved too.
Yeah. Are you a big Call of Duty person in terms of gaming? Like, or do you play these types of games at all?
I'm so bad at it. I grew up, we had pinball. We never really had video games. In the 80s, Pac-Man came out, just left, right. I spent a little time with Mario Brothers. He had a impacted tooth, so I had to spend a weekend on drugs. Like my sister's house, and she had an old school Atari, and I played Mario. Yes, again, left, right, up. There's no dimension. So that's as far as I got. I never had time to get on a controller and understand them. I mean, I look at it, it's like a pineapple, man. There's 12 different buttons with colors, and I don't know how to use this shit, man. When I get on now, I have a friend who I play at his house, and how do I make it go straight? Which one goes forward, What does this one do? Yeah, and it's just, if I got online, I'd be smoked. Noobs would just abuse me. You know what I mean? I just can't. I don't have the skill. And I don't have the time to get good at it. So fuck it. I'd rather watch a lot. I play a little bit, but it's just freaking brutal.
Wow. Yeah. I get that. It's definitely, the nowadays when games keep coming out, there's so many more, controls and mechanics for them, especially when you're playing on PC, that I get what you're saying. There's something like when I play Call of Duty.
Have you seen my gameplay videos?
On the Sergeant's Corner?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. I've seen the behind the scenes footage of like you.
I have a bunch of me playing games, and the funniest thing is me talking about myself, how bad. I mean, it's just, there's one me, I'm actually walking in circles. I can't find my way out of this right now, and I'm just going in circles. And I say, where the fuck am I? How do I get out of here?
Yeah.
And then I run. It's like it's so the comedy value of me playing is exponential.
Yeah, no, I would watch that though. I would definitely watch you playing just to see Woods, and seeing how you play as in these games.
There's a couple on my channel. It's called Woods plays Woods or something.
I saw the ones where it was captured. I think it was Goodbye Frank Woods, where it's you reacting to Woods' death.
You've been replaced. Yeah, there's one. It's really dead.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one, yeah. But whenever I watch your videos, because whenever I'm playing games or watching movies, I always like to dig into the what goes on behind the scenes. So when I found your channel like a year ago, I just got to go behind the scenes and see what goes on. And I saw your first audition. I think it was at Activision for Woods, and you were writing in there. You're writing captions in the video saying you don't know what to do, and that you're when you started that audition. Now that I can ask you about it, what was going on in your head when you first did the first audition for Woods?
Well, I'd gotten it. I mean, I'd gotten the invitation to audition, and all it said was for untitled video project. And I was in an early stage of my career. I haven't been acting very long, maybe in earnest about maybe 5 or 6 years. So I had, as a hockey coach, I said, you gotta practice. You got to say yes. You got to come out, take every opportunity to do, no matter what's asked of you on the ice, say yes and do it to the best of your ability. So when auditions come in, you know, I have to get better at auditioning. So I say yes to every audition, not necessarily wanting to get the job. I would just take the audition, had the audition experience, get better at auditioning. So I take the audition, and it's a shit show. I mean, they had no idea how to set it up. You know, they had the camera over here, but the scene was there. They had no dialogue. They had no script. Okay, so you're gonna go in here and this, and then I go, okay. And I had done one of my things was I made a commitment to myself to do one film per week for a year, because I want to get time on the ice. So I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of small projects, student films. I don't care. I just wanted to learn, get on camera, make mistakes before I get into the big game. So, and I was kind of over it at that point. I had done enough student films. I had done enough horseshit productions. Where I'm like, oh man. I go, here's another one. They don't know how to direct. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it was just a stunt guy, stunt director. And so he's got it. And he said, okay, do this. And I had no information. So I just started doing it. I said, all right, fuck it. You know what? Put the camera over here. Because I know if all you're going to do is you're going to see my ear. So take that, move over here. You do this. So I might as well direct myself, right? Because I wasn't getting what I needed from the guy, people running the audition. And that's kind of how the character started. Me just, fuck it. You know what? Here's how I'm going to do it. And that attitude kind of, they offered me the job. I wasn't going to take it.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that you had to get convinced to take it.
Well, because they called me up on a Wednesday night to book me for a Thursday morning. I'm going like, and I had a commercial that wanted to book me as well. So I'm talking to my manager at the time. So, okay, I got two things sitting in the pond here. I got one is I got the commercial that makes this much money. The other is a fucking video game. Now, I don't want to do stunt work. I'm sick of that. I don't want to do that. Well, what's the game? I go, it's Beauty Hootie the Duty Fish. You know, he goes, Call of Duty. I go, yeah, I call it. He goes, what are you fucking stupid? Take the fucking jet. That's the biggest video game in the world. I go, really? He goes, yeah. Best advice I ever got.
Yeah, seeing where it went from Black Ops 1 to where it went now, it's just Woods is such an iconic figure just throughout the years. You know, like when I saw Woods come back in Blackout for Black Ops 4, I was incredibly surprised. You know, when you got the call for that, what were you thinking?
Said, my name is Woods.
Yeah. What were you? What
you don't know me? Tough shit. You will soon enough.
Yeah, and then when you got the call for Black Ops 4, what was your first initial reaction for that?
Well, I kind of knew it was coming because I was in touch with Dave Anthony quite a bit. He and I are friends, so we did spend a lot of time together. We've collaborated in other projects since as writers. We had a standing like lunch date. At least once a month, we could go out and grab lunch or dinner, so just stay in touch because we really, really enjoy working together. It's like it's one of my best collaborations I had in my life is with Dave Anthony, and it's mutual. So we're always talking about the next thing, and he says, "Look, and they go back to help out at Activision with the new game." You know, I said, "Oh, okay, great." And so he'd bounce ideas off of me, plot things, and we talk technology. And I'm a nerd. I'm really a nerd at heart, right? I love computers and science and all things nerd. So we talk about a lot of that shit. And then one day, I kind of knew what was happening because we were in conversation about some of the challenges he was facing with working on Black Ops 4. And then one day he just look at, I think I want to bring you back. Are you interested in coming back? He says, fuck yeah, I'll work with you anytime. And then it just morphed into him asking me to write the entire Specialist HQ, which I really feel bad for people to get a chance to go through that because it's really funny. It's very irreverent, but it also contains a lot of keys and clues that kind of bind the whole 1, 2, 3, 4 universe together. Mm-hmm. Our mission was to find a way to sort of make a cohesive narrative out of the 4 stories and land it into Blackout. And we had a plan that never came to fruition about a second layer world that we never that we were hoping that maybe we could move into this other idea about where the universe could go. Didn't happen. So that's why I was very reticent to talk about a lot of things from Black Ops 4 because I didn't want to give away any. In case you kept some of the ideas, I didn't want to give it away. Again, out of my respect for Activision, because again, they're not my adversary. I do not see them as having harmed me at all.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's how it happened, man. I kind of knew it was coming, and when he finally asked me, I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll be more than happy to jump aboard with you." We had a blast. I love working with the guy. So
yeah,
and Woods is fun. I mean, come on,
Woods yeah. Out of the 3 Black Ops that you worked on, was there a specific one you had the most fun working on, or which one you would pick out of the 3?
You know, I think I say this a lot. It really is one long adventure for me. I don't see them as separate entities. But if I had to put a bullet into one, it has to be the last one because after Black Ops 2 left, I really, really missed the intensity of that kind of mission. I mean, like Dave and I would sit down on Monday. We get the parameters, the requirements for the scene. I spent all Monday and Tuesday writing it, put it in for review on Wednesday, then we shoot it on Thursday. And we did that for months. And the intensity. And there's nothing better than having a deadline. Hey, we fucking need this. You need to get it. Hey, Bernie, I need this by noon. On it, Dave. I'm fucking on it, man. You know, I always love being the guy to protect the lead at the end of the game. If you needed a goal, I want to be on the ice. I want to be that guy. I want the pressure. I love the pressure. It gives me value, you know?
Yeah.
So having gone through basically the morning of like, oh, I'm not in Black Ops 3. I may be gone from the universe forever. When I got the chance to do it again, I really just sucked up all the experience. I really just absorbed the experience more than I ever have. So and it was funny because every session we end, Dave and I would sit there. We didn't want to go home because the minute we got in our cars, it broke the spell. You know, you're in this space and it's creative, and it's he and I together, we're just we're so irreverent. He's British. He's got this dry sense of humor. And when you hear us talk, like I'm in the booth or he's directing me something, like people just you hate each other? He goes, hey mate, that fucking sucked, mate. I go, who the fuck wrote it? We just have this, this rapport. And that's fucking great. I got a better one. Nah, you get no take. It was just so much, just so collaborative, and we, find new things and fix old things. And when it's over, it's like, oh man, this is gone forever.
Yeah.
We'll never do this again.
Yeah.
This is it. So every time you walk into a session, it's like, you just want to absorb it all, because once it's done, again, it may never happen again. It may be the last time I ever do that. So you try to maximize the experience while you're having it.
Yeah, it's. Would you have done anything different for Woods in any of the games? Would you have brought any different creativity to any specific situations across any of the games that you were in?
Hard to say. I mean, Woods turned out pretty good. I don't know. Black Ops 2 was pitch perfect in my mind. As far as it was, the old man Woods. Aside from the fact that I'm still alive.
Oh my God! Yeah.
None of this surprises me. They'll always need men like us. He was just so perfectly crafted.
Yeah.
Right from the dialogue down to the animators and the aging and performance is pretty good. And
the ending with Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, it was so well crafted. So I always like to know more. If I knew what I know now back then, oh fuck, I could. It would be even more a lot more depth.
Yeah.
Oh no, you know, again, Narome is pretty spot on. Early Frank is pretty much the same as new Frank. There's not a lot of difference, you know.
Yeah.
No, the answer is no. I mean, obviously it worked, so why would I fuck with that?
Yeah, that's true. And for Black Ops 2, I don't know if you played the game, or have you played the campaign through?
Yeah.
So, was there a specific ending that you liked more than any of the others?
Mhm. Yeah. Where I fucking live.
Yeah.
Come on. Again, I wrote that scene where, you know, Dave meets his dad.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh, wow.
I wrote that. I wrote that. Me and Dave wrote that. And it was like dialogue. You know, because there's this, you know, I love the fact that, again, Woods is irreverent. But take this really interesting moment where a father and son haven't seen each other ever, and he turns it into something like it's like, you're so, you know, like, Al, this is Dave. Dave, this is your dad. You know, he's such an imp. You know, he's so full of mischief, right? Hey, Dave, this is your dad.
Yeah.
Like, here. Oh, you didn't see that coming, did you? He goes, what the fuck? He goes, and like the two of them, they weren't talking. Go, oh, you're like a couple of fucking broads. You just talk, work this shit on your own time. I need to smoke. There's bad shit. Where are my smokes?
Yeah.
You know, that's just a great fucking scene, you know.
Yeah, and then I think the craziest thing for me was the ending, that like the performance with Woods and Menendez and Avenged Sevenfold. That completely threw me off when I saw that.
Well, that happened after the fact. That happened. Wow, we had finished principal shooting about a month, and I got a call. Listen, we're going to do something real special for ending. You know, because Avenged Sevenfold were big fans. I think they kind of met it. I don't know how it happened, but anyways, and that was a good day too. Working with the guys from Avenged Sevenfold, they're just really good guys. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was always fun.
Yeah.
And I wrote a lot of that scene too.
Really?
I ended up writing that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you?
That's why I have, again, nothing but, you know, good feelings towards Activision. They look what they let me do. I got to write that shit.
Yeah.
I got to do that. And I got to really build a character from the ground up based on what I saw fit. So I hate it when people say, you know, they done you dirty. No, they didn't, man. They made a decision. And I don't know, you know, again, I don't understand the business decision they made, but it's a business decision.
Yeah.
I believe. Could it be personal? I don't know. You know, look at me. I'm sure I can rub somebody the wrong way. I don't, you know, I sometimes I don't have a lot of social awareness. You know, I move through rooms, and I was like, you know, me and Woods have a lot in common that way, I think, but I don't know of anybody who didn't. I don't remember anybody not liking working with me. But you know, I'm a, you know.
Yeah. And then I have to ask, did you do the mocap for Woods being on the drum set during that scene?
Oh God, no. Fuck, I'm a guitar player. No.
Okay. Because yeah, that was still one. I think. Okay, yeah, I think out of all the Call of Duties I played, that's probably one of the best endings ever, because I'm a huge Avenged Sevenfold person, and so is Dan, our technical person, and just seeing that, because when I first saw that Menendez is approaching Woods, which what looks like a gun, and it's just a guitar, and it's them talking, and they're all just giving Menendez shit for getting like cold feet right beforehand.
Whoa, what's going on? Have you seen that video on my channel, the behind the scenes?
I saw the I don't know which specific video you're talking about. I saw you talking in an interview when you were getting out of the wheelchair. I saw that specific part, but in terms of behind the scenes,
the split screen that has the live version and what you see in the game. It's on there. It's on there. Dude, you got to walk around. There's like 80, 90 videos on the channel. And there's some really interesting. I have to do a better job at with the intro so people can see what's. I hear it's like you would love it. I mean, if you look it up now, the Avenged Sevenfold split screen on you'd love it because it has what me and Kamar are actually doing in the room, and it has the full scene. because they cut out about 30 seconds of dialogue.
Really?
You know, he goes, "Hey, Desi, you gotta let that Cordes Diaz shit go, man. It's gonna ruin your inner artist." Besides, I'm still fucked up. I know you're fucked up, but still. So there's all this dialogue that got cut out of it, you know, because they had to condense it. But
I've seen a lot of behind the scenes where it's like the first level where it's the side by side shots that you put up showing how Mason is actually just a ream in the bar.
Yeah.
So I've seen that. I've seen the gun roulette where you're talking about where you're like, you can't kill me. I've seen that. You know, I watch a lot of behind the scenes stuff because, like I said, it's very interesting as a gamer to see the work that goes into it and how much you were involved with it. You know, like, and another question for you is when I don't know if you're like Michael Rooker, for example, was in Black Ops and then Black Ops 2.
Yeah, Rooker.
Yeah, so there are a couple actors that not like double dip, but they came on for different Call of Duties.
Yeah.
Like there was Michael Fassbender. There was Michael Rooker. There was Craig Fairbrass.
Yep.
And like, did you ever come on as a different character across any different Call of Duty games, or were you strictly just Woods?
No. I think what happened was they brought Rooker in to do zombies.
Yeah, he was Call of the Dead, and then Harper in Black Ops 2.
He was he's such a good catch, and he loved a great guy, a lot of energy, and he was a natural fit. And so he did. I think here. Yeah. No, I was never had that opportunity. I've been Woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, man. And then Dan had a quick question for you, if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
Dan, go ahead. Ask him the question you were going to ask him about Richtofen. I feel like you should, you know, for all the help you've done, I feel like you should at least do that.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Hold on, let me set everything up here in the back. I actually want to know a couple things, because you're a voice actor, obviously, and
no, probably... Nolan North is great. Okay, he's both, but that's a misconception. I've only done a couple of video games. You know, Woods is like a one-trick pony, and Woods is probably 75% live action. So I don't want to take that moniker as a voice actor because I don't deserve it. When you see what guys like Troy Baker and Steve Bloom and Nolan North, these guys, they're so immensely talented. I'm pretty much a one-trick pony. You know, this is what I do. You know, so I don't want to take that position because it's not real. Nolan North is he's brilliant. I mean, he's so flexible. He has so much range. So I'm just an actor, man. I'm just a lowly grunt actor.
Dude, that's crazy though, because I mean, do you ever keep in contact with like these other voice actors and stuff like that, or do you guys ever socialize?
Kamar and I are good friends. We spend time together. We actually had the opportunity to travel around the world with the USO. We've been to Afghanistan. We were in Guam, Hawaii. I was in Japan with the USO. We were in Germany, England. We got to travel a lot, which was wonderful. And you get to when you travel with somebody, you get to know them pretty well. Especially, we were in front of our combat zones in Afghanistan. We're 12 miles from the Pakistani border, the Gardes Desert. So you get to know someone pretty well. We're pretty good pals. I mean, we have different lives. He's married. He's got twins, especially during COVID. I mean, I'd see Kamar like once a month, twice a month. We get together. But now with the COVID, we haven't seen each other in a while. And Rich McDonald, who we met on SEAL Patrol. And then I remember I was like, hey, man, we had such a great relationship in that movie that I really thought of him instantly for David Mason. I was talking to call Dave Anthony. I said, look, I think I found our fucking Mason, Commander David Mason. I go, yeah, he's fucking perfect. And of course, he came down, he just crushed the audition. And of course, he got the part. And Rich and I, again, we traveled in the USO, we're friends. We made a movie together. We made a video game together. It's like, I haven't talked to him for 2 or 3 years, and I called him up to be on the show about a month ago. And he's like, it's like instant friends. You know, it's like having a kid together with somebody. You create this thing and you're bonded for life. So you can be on a show with somebody and you haven't seen in 20 years. Oh, hey, good to see you again. So Rooker I run into once in a while. He's got his own thing. But that's pretty much it. Rich McDonald and Emerson Brooks I talked to. He was kind of a utility guy on Black Ops 1. And, the other guys I've met in passing, I don't really know them. Like I met Ed Harris shortly. He's not impressed with the game. Gary Oldman, I met him in a hallway, but we didn't get a chance to talk about anything. So, but yeah, those are the ones I'm in contact with.
Dude, that's still crazy though. Like to be in like just the presence, I guess, of other people, and then you right now, like I've been listening through this entire interview, and it is just crazy for me to just hear your voice and be like, wow, this is Woods. Like, this is the Rambo kick-ass badass guy I grew up with, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like I said, both Dan and I are huge fanatics of the game. So like we were setting up this meeting like an hour beforehand to make sure everything went smoothly. And before you even joined, I was like, bro, we're about to talk to James Burns. And like, this is crazy. You know, and then as soon as I heard your voice, I was like, there he is. Do you ever get recognized outside of like just from your voice solely? Do you ever get recognized in public for that?
Yeah, it usually happens, because I move like Woods. It looks like me. Facially, they modify it, but I move like him. And then it happens frequently, and usually you can see it coming. Like I was at the movies not so long ago, and I saw this kid, and I was talking on the phone, and here's his voice, and he's looking at me, and I'm getting the hat on, I got a jacket on, I'm like, and I'm fairly, I'm not athletic, so I kind of, Woods is me, I move like him, and I met the line. All right, yeah, give me big popcorn, some of that caramel corn, and a diet, none of that diet crap. I actually said that out loud. Right? And this kid looks at me, he looks up, I go, yeah, none of that diet crap. And he just like, and he ran away. He ran away.
You probably made that kid's day.
About 15 teenage boys come storming in wanting autographs, and I basically got a pen of signing foreheads and gloves and cups and shit. It happens more than you think.
And have you ever gotten like annoyed with that? I know some actors usually get annoyed when people approach them so often for autographs and pictures.
I get annoyed. It doesn't happen that much where it has come to annoy me. I think if I was like a Stallone or somebody where you can't go out of the house, that's insanity. You know? But to me, it's enough where it's kind of fun. It's hard on my girlfriend because she doesn't like the public figure stuff. So she gets a little twitchy about it. Like I like it's fun for me.
Yeah.
Say you can't kill me.
Yeah.
You can't kill me. And I don't. What are they paying for? I go, they're talking basically.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that exact phrase because Sunday we posted that we're going to do the interview with you, and then we asked everyone to send us questions, and a bunch of the people are just requesting you to say specific phrases. So right now when you said that, I was like, yeah, everyone, like we got like over 100 questions for you, and a bunch of them, like maybe like 20 of them so far, people are just saying like, can you say this? Can you say that? So when you say that happens in public, I'm like, yeah, now seeing it from here, I completely see it happening in public now.
Oh yeah.
And seeing where you came from being a hockey coach and versus where you are now, what made you want to start doing acting or voice acting? What made you want to go to that?
Yeah, I'm not a voice actor.
Yeah.
I never thought about being a voice actor. It's not something I aspire to. In all honesty, it was. I hit my mid-40s and I really got sick of coaching. I had learned all I wanted to learn. I really started fucking hating kids. You know, I mean, I just got sick of dealing with kids. They changed, I changed. You know, because to make a living as a coach, you got to work with, you know, to get the 5 kids you want to work with, you got to deal with, you know, 30 kids who are entitled and a pain in the ass. I don't want to skate. You know, I don't want to. You put my skates on. You're 15 fucking years old. Put your own skates on. Well, I don't want to skate. And go to the fucking beach. Can I? Yeah, go. And he goes, why is he getting down in the fucking go with him? By the end of the day, the whole fucking camp is out at the beach, and my partner, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not a dancing fucking monkey, man. I can't. He goes, well, what I pay you? You're a dancing monkey. I'll get the. I said, fuck this. Yeah, I can't want something more than the person I'm trying to teach.
Yeah.
You know? And so that, and I had earlier on in my hockey career, I had did a Wheaties commercial. Mm-hmm. I got paid some pretty good money for that, and then from that led to a couple other commercials. And I do that every now and then because I live in New York. So I said, you know, that was a pretty good way to make money. Let me be an actor. Yeah. And so that's what happened, man. I just kind of took what I knew about training athletes to have success, and I just kind of turned it on myself. I was like, okay, here's what you need to do. Here's where you are. Here's where you want to be. What's the first step for you? How do I learn? What do I need to know? What don't? And I just took all these things I would question my players about. You know, do you have a plan? What's your plan? What's your step? What's your first step? What's your next step? How are you going to get there? What are you proficient? What do you need? What don't you need? And I did just kind of, I have a whole book actually about this stuff, 365-day planner on success. So I just opened that up and I just went to work. So.
Wow. Well, I think everyone, I can speak for everyone in the Call of Duty community saying this was a very good call, you know, going for Woods and continuing the way you did.
Thank you a lot. Thank you.
It's incredible, you know, seeing that again, like when I first hit you up when I first messaged you, I was like, there's no way this guy is going to go for this collaboration. I was like, because again, I'm just starting a YouTube channel. When I approached you about it, I was like, this guy's going to turn me down in half a second. And then when you were like, yeah, let's work something out. Coming from playing these games and then as the years go on, being able to collaborate with someone with such a huge audience and such a big public figure, it just really means a lot to someone like me especially. And, you know, just, you know, like I said, thank you from us and thank you from, again, everyone from the Call of Duty community for just being the character that you are.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, you know, before we wrap up, was there, you know, any projects or anything you want us to look out for in the future? Anything you want to give a quick shout out to?
Oh yeah, we're just going to launch probably on the weekend. We have a new website where you can actually purchase things from the Woods, from the Sarge's Corner universe. A lot of them are maybe Woods related.
You mean like what do you mean by that? You mean like apparel or merchandise?
Ice water or something. We make these. Selling the green bandanas that Woods wears.
That's very cool.
Just Christmas merchandise. I have there's a comic book I wrote that basically has, you know, it's kind of a, you know, it's loosely based on like a Woods character, but it's historic factual. Yeah, books. There'll be some more T-shirts. There'll be things that just merchandise for Christmas. The Cameo's up, but we're gonna move into another platform where you can have you can request line readings, you know, for if you want. Yeah, so you can download. Say you want to replace a line in a game. I'll do a line reading for you. You can commission those. Yeah, it's, you know, we have all those spoof songs we did for like Hey Mason and the song. Did you hear that song we did?
For Hey Mason, I haven't, but I've seen it on your channel before. I know it's a big thing across your channel.
Well, that's a song I wrote. It's kind of a spoof song. Hey Mason, don't let your ammo run out. Yeah, and it's a funny song. We're gonna put those out. We got a Woods Christmas song coming out. It's all going up on the Ice Water Productions storefront, and we should be launching probably within the next few days.
Okay, great. I'll be sure to look out for it. And then I'm guessing your next live stream is going to be what, tomorrow or Friday?
Well, I'm negotiating tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving, and I'm not sure if my girlfriend's hip with that or not. So,
Gotcha.
I'm at her place, but I got to be respectful of the environment.
Yeah.
But, the only one who gets to kick Wood's ass is her.
Yeah. And then Dan, did you have any?
Yeah, Wood's the
questions?
badass until Liz comes in, and the next thing you know, yes, dear, yes, I'm sorry. I understand.
Yeah, that's the only person that can really control Woods, it looks like.
We have no idea.
And then Dan, before we cut off the recording and the interview, any other questions you had for him?
Honestly, to be honest, he covered all grounds. It was crazy to hear the whole story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's such a pleasure too.
Yeah. Again, like.
Guys, put her on mine. You do a great interview too. Good job.
Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, like he and I were up late last night working all this out. We got up early today. Like I said, when I tell you that we're gamers that came from just playing Call of Duty to coming here, like words can't express how honored I am to have you on, and the time you've taken and the patience you've shown for me, especially. It just means so much because I know I've been like very, 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 very constant with my calls and my texts, and you've just been on top of everything. So, from me especially, it's really.
Stuff on that, on being very responsive. That's why when I say when my technology goes down, it makes me crazy because it clogs up my machinery.
Yeah.
Well, I get it. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. And
of course.
I love when people come to interviews prepared. So I appreciate. Thank you. It's a sign of respect, and I appreciate that.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for being on.